What is up? It is dark, 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 dark in the Galaxy's Edge tonight. What's up, friends? I'm coming to you live from the Galaxy's Edge. And let me get this light here. There we go. Live in the Galaxy's Edge, hanging out. It's packed. The land has come to life. I mean, really come to life. Full of people. It's amazing that people were just obviously waiting for Rise of the Resistance to come to life, and then the land would do the same thing. So let me flip the camera around here, and we'll do a little look-see around the Galaxy's Edge. And if you want to send me elsewhere, just super chat a request. All right, let's do this. Let's just look at the facade of the market. Man, I still remember the first day I came into here, and just this building, the scale of it is so huge that I know that you can go this way, but I just had to go in here. And I remember the way that the sunlight was hitting it. It was absolutely fantastic. Tony Mendez, just watched your video posted yesterday. Hey, bud, thank you so much. I hope you loved our epic adventure that J-Rod and I went on. A couple of days ago. That's awesome, Tony. Jared reaction was great. That's awesome. Yeah, we had a good time. We had a really good time doing it. It was a fun adventure. And then tomorrow I have the podcast that we recorded right afterwards. So let's just look at some of the details until somebody sends me elsewhere. Man, do I love this land. Just look how that tree is just coming to life there. And then look, the shop is full of people. Unfortunately, the cans are still in front of the doors, and man, does that irritate me. I wish I knew who I could call to complain. Now, I started underneath that lamp, but let's just look up at the ridge. Right now, it is a little bit after 6 o'clock in California. Look at that land bridge up there. That is just so good. All right, what do you say? You guys vote. I'll give you a three-way decision. We can go into the stores. We can take the low road and look at the building from the outside. Or we can go see the Rise of the Resistance madness at just how packed it is outside of the gate there. First one in wins. You guys always pick the stores. All right, let's cruise into the stores. The light fixtures are so good. I love that those guys are wood embossed of the hot dog guy. Let's see the monster. Oh, by the fountain. Yeah, let's see if we can and see if it's working. Sometimes this is a long wait. So far, the shops are all the same. They all have a theme and a narrative written into them. So there's a backstory for all of the shops. But I wouldn't be surprised if, like everything, it evolves and changes. Let's look at these details up here. So this shop is sort of like an annex of the creature stall. And then here's the real creature stall with all kinds of creatures inside of it. Probably my favorite one is up above right there. You can see the eyeballs in the cage. I'm going to just burrow right in here and just give you guys some sights and sounds. What's with the thumb down? If you don't like the channel, you're more than welcome to leave, friend. As I've said before, I love those lights that they put up there. Those blue lights just make it feel so much more like there is a moon above us. And by the way, if you don't get the Uber joke, it's not a real Uber. But I use that as a joke that people can super chat to go elsewhere in the park as a way to raise money for the channel. Because guess what? It's a lot of work. All right, behind the family. Just hang out in another one of these nooks. There's some good food here, yeah. I mean, these Ronto wraps right here, these are pretty good. These are like a sausage and a pita with like a secondary meat and slaw and sauce. And I think they're really good. And then in the morning they do a breakfast sausage with scrambled eggs, and they're fantastic. And then right here they serve popcorn. They have one flavor that kind of looks and tastes like Fruity Pebbles or Ray. How cool is that? And then ironically they have a secondary flavor that they made that looks like Cocoa Puffs. I hope you make it out someday soon. I hope you and your son can make it happen, and I understand that it's not affordable for everybody and it's not easy, and I have the luxury of living right down the road from the park, so sharing it is my extreme joy. Let's check out the toy store. Yeah, I agree. That chocolate popcorn's good. And then this is the Jedi clothing. Look at all the fabrics up on the top. All right. I love this little back room in the very center there. Let's check that out. Look at all these treasures. Datapad, locals utensils. No, that was a cast member. That was not cosplay. That's a real Rey. All right. And then the end of the shop is Ronto's Roasters. But what's rad is that they put a bend in it. So as you see, you can't see all the way through the shops. That bend that they put in the building makes it feel more infinite. If you could just look straight through, you'd realize that it's not as big as it emotionally feels. But putting that bend right there means that you can't see out either way, which makes it feel more infinite. Then if you look up through the skylight, you can see the top of one of the spires. And then there's just so much detailing up high in all these rooms. And I love that they just take this space. It maybe one day will be a shop or a food counter, but for now it's just more story. How awesome is that light fixture? There goes Rey again. So my tidbit, when I was able to come here for the first time, they were doing these boarding groups. Or not boarding groups, they were doing these, basically you made an appointment and you got a 4-hour time inside the park. And so when that option came available to me, I chose the 4 hours around sunset because this is on the western side of the park. So the sun actually drops behind the spires and you get to see it during the day, which is absolutely breathtaking. It looks so cinematic. But then at night, when it illuminates, that is just as special. So the fireworks party, nobody really knows when that's going to go on sale. I really hope to be able to get tickets to that event. I think being here with all the fans in town for Celebration will be amazing. I don't know if you guys can tell, but on those cargo boxes on that transport ship, there's 77, 83, and then the one that's down on the bottom. What would that be? 79? Is that the 3 years that all the movies came out? Let's just look back at the building that we were just in. It's fantastic. Actually, let's go around the outside of the shops. We always go through the inside, but let's take this lower path. There's a quite hidden little gem of a picnic area right here. Which is great. So then when we come back around and we look at the shops, on the lower level, you get this great bridge. And this is the building where all the cast members come out. Yeah, the merch stores have some really great theming. But I love these holes where you can look back into the shop. And once again, just the architecture design of Disneyland is fantastic because you have this huge circular building at the end that feels very Star Wars. And then that bend in the road that I pointed out, it looks way more sort of like a transport ship with all these hard edges and like HVAC systems all on the outside. And then when you look at this sort of seam where the shops end and the food pavilion begins, it's just such a great scene. Now let's cruise over here. See these little enclaves here, these are designed for eventual vending, food cart. These are here for a specific reason, but let's look back at that. Look at that big silo on the corner there. All properly rusted out. And then that tower that has a radio that's always playing pretty loud. With that light fixture, so good. All right, let's cruise back around here on the other side. And kind of just circle back to where we started our adventure tonight. Would you look, just look at that rock work. Right? I mean, that's a fence. That's just a big fence, so we don't see the parking garage on the other side. And if you want to see an interesting video, go watch my video, Disneyland Rocks, where I break down the magic of the rock work of Disney. So now let's look back on the thoroughfare that we just went down. And you can really see all the layers of the path that we just went down. Remember on opening day that I went through the opening there, and I told everybody in my party, like, we have to walk back on the outside of the shops. I have to see every trail. What's up, Rob? How you doing, bud? Just gave everybody a little tour of the Black Spire outpost, the shops. All right, I will finish this tour. I will finish this tour by taking you up to Docks, and which that shop is somewhere between retail and an attraction. So let's cruise back up and check that out. And then if we don't get any Uber requests to go elsewhere, we'll call it a night. Keep this a shorter one. Just look at that. Look at that spire. That's perfectly placed over that ridge, so it just makes this world feel so much bigger to us. See that perfect placement there? All right, let's take this path up. Absolutely. Nothing better than spending a Monday night, a Tuesday night, a Wednesday night, all nights in Batu. Oh, yeah, look at that building right there. The way that it's lit up. It's so sort of mysterious. I have a theory that that cloth in the corner of that building, that's there for a specific reason. I think that could be a show building where locals could come out and talk to you off of that banister. or maybe locals there would have something to say to stormtroopers on the stage over there. All right, let's go over and check out the outside of docks. This is the main sort of larger restaurant, and I always love the way that the steam from Ronto's Roasters just sort of blast over that. They have it hit with lights, which just adds sort of an otherworld type environment to it. And over here we have, like every good antique shop, just a bunch of junk out front. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a Jedi type statue. All right, can I hold my signal indoors? Oh, it is crowded. Excuse me. Thank you. All right, it's too crowded in here. This is the most crowded I've ever seen it. Excuse me.
The Mandalorian.
All right, we will skip that for tonight because that is insanely crowded. Let me step back over here and see if I missed any messages because my phone was in my chest. I couldn't read everything. All right. Tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring us over to the Millennium Falcon, and then I think I will bring tonight's live stream down, just looking at some of the fun details. Just going to come right in this little nook so I'm not in anybody's way. For sure, unreal. Hey, Rob, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. Go to the mini speeder from Solo over in the shop. All right, you got it, bud. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the support with the channel, man. You have been fantastic. So up here, we have the outside of dock, which is fantastic. But then I'm wondering when we're going to see these stages come to life. All right, let's go look at that speeder bike from Solo. Actually, since Rob did the Uber fare, let's just check out all the vehicles over at the shop. But I'll take you a different way to make sure that he gets the most of his super chat. This is the door that you exit from Savi's, which is where you make your lightsaber. This right here, this is the actual black spire that the town's named after. Here's this cool, like, spiritual tree that has, like, ribbons tied all over it. And here is one of the vehicles. And then let's head over here. Look at those lights. It's really crowded in here tonight, which is funny because the rest of the park isn't that busy. So it has really come to life. Okay, this wasn't here on opening day. These have been added. These vending carts with the animatronic robots that sometimes spin around and talk to you. There's actually one of them that rolls through the land. And then this is the shop. I don't know if you guys recall, but this Wally looking fella I believe he was in, I can't remember which movie he was in, but I was watching one of the old movies and I saw him like, oh, I know that guy. Yeah, Tony, thank you for the super chat, bud. I appreciate the support, man. Let's go check out Kylo when we're done here. And if anybody wants to leave the Galaxy's Edge, we can do that too. So this is that vehicle from Solo. What is that on the hood? There we go. So, you know, this is a weird critique, but I kind of wish that thing is loud. Let's back off. I kind of wish that this speeder was on almost like a bit of a spring, so that it would kind of just ever gently move, because its floating is like too perfect, and it would just be awesome if it just had like a little knock in gravity. A minor complaint. I'm still waiting to see this stage come alive, because as you can see, there's a tower there where they could stand out, and then scaffolding all through here to put on a show. All right, let's honor Tony's ride over to Kylo Ren's ship, which, if you watched my video talking about the twin moon eclipse party that's coming up in August, they promised intergalactic dance floors. And because I know Star Wars people really love to dance, I'm going to assume that this area that we're going to come into is going to be where that dance floor is going to be at. All right, let's walk through here. See, I always thought this could be a possible parade route. Uh-oh. But this thing in the middle kind of complicates that. All right, let's see if we can get over here.
Enjoy your day in the outpost. Happy or not? Affirmative. Right here. Uh-oh.
Would seem to be a question.
We're done. Yes, sir. We apologize, sir. I'm sorry, sir. We apologize, sir. Understood, sir.
The First Order has a place for those who would join our cause.
Yes, sir.
We also have a place for those who will not.
Yes, sir. This way, please.
We need to move.
I don't think the blue milk's that good, to answer your question. All right, so we saw Kylo Ren public humiliate a couple of stormtroopers. Just look at that shot. Look at that. It's so great. My prediction is one day when the land expands, we will walk through here. There you go. There's the ship. Yeah, Rob, I'm with you, man. I do not think that they were good. Yeah, I just read your fun fact, Tony. Sorry, my vision is the type is so tiny on the YouTube app, and there's so much going on here that it's really hard for me to read longer comments. But I had heard that this was a device that was scrapped from one of the projects. So there we go. Let's just look at that spire. And I love this shot right here. So good. All right, friends. Well, we did some exploring around the galaxy's edge, and I think this might be where we part ways. Hopefully you had a good time. Thank you to my super chats, to the folks that requested go and see things. I always appreciate that. And tomorrow on the channel, I have Disneyland for Designers recorded in Galaxy's Edge, recorded here in Batu. And Jared and I break down everything that I know about Rise of the Resistance, our reviews from riding it, and how a lot of the technology works. Got more stormtroopers coming up. More stormtroopers. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. We'll see where these troopers go before we part ways. I got a civilian between the two of them.
Active recon and leaving this area.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you had a good time. And I will see you soon with more Disneyland content.